The youth range in age from 12 to 18, 19, some of them, and I believe they were selected by different leaders in their communities, and they come from all across the Northwest Territories. So they come from the Beaufort Delta, the South Slave region, the Decho, the Saskatchewan where I'm from, Yellowknife, the Acacho region. So there's a really good representation of young people from across all of our communities across the north.
This is actually my first time trying to getting myself out there. In my family we don't usually talk about our feelings, and so I grew up trying to man up, try to be like my dad, and try to not show myself. So sometimes I would feel like I don't have a voice, and so this is kind of why I'm here.
So Back to the Trail is a youth gathering being hosted by the government of the Northwest Territories here at Camp Connections, and the idea behind the name Back to the Trail is, we're talking about community health and wellness, and we have to talk about, if we're going to talk about community health and wellness, we have to talk about the situations or the history, so that we know how our communities arrived at their current situation, in order to talk about the way that we're going to be moving forward in the future.
So I'm really honored to be able to spend the next 2 days with you, and I want to encourage you to own your expertise. You are all the experts on your communities. Literally no one in the world knows more about being a teenager in the Northwest Territories than you guys do.
I was walking and got out of my blackout, and my mom was just coming out of the vehicle, and she walked with me home. And Toledo has a lot of back trails, and sometimes I think about it, it's how scary to think, what if I took a back trail and tried to pass out again? I could have froze.
There's a lot of underage drinking and a lot of kids having unprotected sexual activities. A lot of kids fooling around in the community that they're really not supposed to be doing.
I kind of had a hard time connecting with people when I was your age. I wasn't sure why. I didn't have the tools or the language to articulate, to explain to people what I was going through. But what people saw from me, people in my family and the community, all they saw was that I kept ending up at the office, talking to the principals. I couldn't connect with the principal.
There's lots of stuff to do, but they don't choose to do it. They don't go hunting and stuff, because a lot of people are drinking and stuff, so they don't go out of the bush no more.
There's not enough recreation stuff that maybe they enjoy that they could get into.
Oh yeah, there's problems in every community, but with things like this, with all these people coming together and understanding the value of how the value of our communities, the value of our people, it's coming. A change is coming. Like I said, I'm watching my town evolve into probably the best thing I've ever seen. People like this coming together, it's very important for us to know, but at the same time it's still happening.
So that we can share that love.
I went to 2 sessions. The first one was body positivity, and let's talk about suicide was the second one. In body positivity, I learned that there are 8 branches of yoga, and one of them is just not harming, not being violent. And a form of violence is being violent against yourself. And body positivity is just not doing that and being a peaceful person. And let's talk about suicide. It was a very deep conversation, and we learned about the possible warning signs of a suicidal person or someone who was depressed. And it was deep, but it was also really inspiring almost. So I know now what signs to look for.
You can offer, say, would you like a cup of tea? And they might say, not right now. Or they might say, maybe tomorrow. Or they might say, yes, I would love a cup of tea.
But then they change their mind.
But then they can change their mind. They might fall asleep.
The first one I went to was healthy relationships. It's basically telling us about how to live a healthy relationship with friends, family, or partner.
I thought your friend was thinking about suicide. What, like if you wanted to get information on that, on like what to do or where there might be help.
It's about like technology, like people who always have stress and stuff, like what to go to on like webs, like on the internet, to go talk to people. Like I didn't know there was a talk line 24 hours in NWT. I learned that today because and we're talking about how to like what's better for the people and how to like make it easier for people to connect to other people, to talk about what they're stressed about.
Back to the trail means a sense of community, a sense of well-being among our people, and getting back to the way things used to be and being healthy as we were, and less connected to the technology but still using it to help us propel forward.
It means that we should go back to our old traditional ways like hunting, fishing, camping, and like feeding the fire, because I'm not familiar with that.
It means like getting together with new people and talking about what's better for our communities and what's good for us and how to keep us healthy and have fun with friends, make new friends from different communities up north. Like a lot of people from like Sawtooth, Deda, and all that places.
So these youth are going to go back to their communities with new understandings about all kinds of issues that we've identified as being priority areas. And I think that this group of young people are destined for some great things.
Like what this one elder said at the beginning really got to me, and it's basically the whole point of this. It's how we all need to work together to make a better, to be better as a people and unite, and how when we work together, things will come our way and things will get better.
One, two, three.